So in the previous session, we saw how to add entries. I added three rows with the name MK role Q, name SD role O, name JK role E to internal table. So now let's see more things. Okay, suppose now I don't want to give the role. Okay, I just want to add the name, so we can remove the role part. So let's see that thing also. Here I've removed the role from MK and from name equal to JK. So now let's see the output. So here we can see the output. The role O is coming only with the SD as we had given. Now suppose I want with the name MK, I want multiple roles. With the name SD, I want multiple role. With the name JK, I want multiple rows with different roles. Okay, so now let's see how we can do that. So now I will write here I tab 1 equal to value space hashtag then bracket. Now with the name MK I want three rows, so like I won't write three times MK, I will write just one time MK here like this in the name. And now we will use the bracket for the role only. Then this is my one row. Then if we want the another row with the same name, then again just add the rule here in bracket. Okay, similarly if I okay here space is missing. Now with another name we want these two rows, so again I will write here the name. We will write the name one time here and then the role will be whatever be the number of entries you want to add, that much row we can create. So just write role equal to and then the main bracket, like I just want with the SAM also I want two rows. And now the main bracket close, and let's see for the syntax error check. So no syntax error. Now let's execute and see what is the output coming. So we can see that with the name MK we have two rows div and a list. So this is how we can avoid repetitions, like it is very easy. Now just whatever we don't need to write specify the name MK twice or the name Sam twice. So and this way we can now easily construct range table also, like for range table I have my separate video, but here also let's see like how we create range table. We write data, the name of the range table like lt underscore range, type range of some like integer or some anything you can give, like suppose I'm giving here I. And now then write lt, and we have declared here, so using hashtag only we can specify. So I've declared one range table type range of I, and now I want to populate the value. So very easily we can do this using value operator. So I will write lt range equal to value hashtag. Now For some, we know range table has four columns: sign, option, low, high. So I just want to provide the low, and sign option is same I and EQ for all the entries. So I will just write sign equal to I, option equal to EQ, and now I just want to specify the low, and IEQ will be same. So now I will be using the bracket. So low equal to, suppose, 1. So this created my first row. Now second row I want with the same I and EQ, like sign option same. So again, I don't need to write it again. I will just write the new low value. So low equal to 3 this time. Now another row with the same I, EQ and low equal to 8. So these three entries I want to be there in the table. So bracket, full main bracket close. And now we want to display or see how the LT range table. So now let's execute and see what is coming in LT range. So we can see now that with the same IEQ, we have these three. If we want high also, then we can give there. So like this can avoid repetition, and now we can easily construct our range table as well. So you can see like in one line how our the whole table is getting populated. So let me add one high also, and now let's see what is the output coming. So let's activate and execute. So you can see high 8 is coming. I and EQ are common for all entries, hence they are specified only once at here, and the same is used. Okay, so this is how we can use the value operator to populate the entries. Okay. Okay, so now we can see that our item 1 contains 4 rows, 2 rows with the name MK and Sam. Now I want to add one more entry to this table. So how we can do that? Let's see the syntax for that. Like suppose someone else came, Mary also came, so her role and name needs also to be added. So what we can do is we will just write here append value. Now because the type is already known, we already declared, so just write hashtag and then without space bracket, then name, then provide the details. So name is Mary, and role is, for Mary there will be only one row, so just write role equal to trainee. Okay, so now now we want this to be added to item 1, so write to item 1. So now this line will add one more entry to the already existing item 1. So let's activate and see. So we are appending, means adding one entry. Okay, so let's execute. Okay, see there we have added one more entry. Now if we want to add multiple entries to existing internal table, so like I want all these contents to be retained plus some more 3 to 4 more entries. So how we can do that? Let's see that. Okay, so 3 more people came and we want to add their data also to the item 1. So I want all the contents of item 1 plus the next three entries in itab 1. So how we can do that? We can do that using the base keyword. So like all the original contents will be retained and the new entries will be added. So I want to add in the same item 1. So let's write. So let's see how we can do that. Just write itab 1 equal to value space hashtag, and here this is the main thing. We will write base, and the base table is itab 1 only, means the type is also same, and the original contents whatever was there in the item 1 earlier, those will also be retained. Okay, and then we will write our new entries. So for that we will be writing inside the bracket. So like I want 3 rows. Okay, so first row there, second row, and then third row. Now just and then main bracket close, full stop, and now just write the entries. So the name of the fourth joinee is suppose Katie. Okay, so and her role is intern. Okay, so this is my first record added. Then second, let me copy this. Okay, so the second girl name is suppose Lara, and our third is Cheryl. So accordingly we will provide the role also which we want to add. Oh, suppose she is HR, and this is a manager. Okay, okay, so now let's see, do the pre-printer, activate the code. Okay, so the main thing is that the base keyword, using the base keyword in the item 1 only, the original contents of item 1, which all these are also copied, and after that these three new entries will be appended, added. So this is how we can add the multiple entries. So let's see. Now you can see all the earlier entries are there plus 3 new entries. So this is like in work area it was getting replaced, but in internal table using the base it is getting appended. Okay, and now we want to create another internal table with the contents of item 1 plus new entries. Then let's see how we can do that. Okay, so now we want another table itab 2. So just let's declare it inline data itab 2. And what we want in this table, the contents of item 1 plus those 3 new entries. So we will write here value hashtag. Now we will write the base table, that is base item 1, means the type of item 2 is item 1, same as type of item 2 is same as of item 1, same columns, and all the original contents of item 1 are also getting copied to item 2, means the earlier entries are also copied to item 2 first. Okay, and after that the new entries. And after that the new entries, these 3 new entries. And because the base item 1 is there, that means in itab 2 the earlier entries of item 1 will be copied first, and then these 3 new entries will be appended after that. Okay, so let's see now the contents of itab 2. So let me just here write itab 2. So in the display, I have written itab 2. Now just press execute. So you can see itab 2 is having the earlier entries of item 1 plus the three new entries that we added later. Okay, so this is how we can use the we can make use of the keyword base in internal table. Okay, this is a very important interview question also. Since base is there, therefore type we don't need to define here explicitly. We can just use hashtag, and it will be of type item. Itab 2 will be of type itab 1, and the existing entries will also be there, above which new entry will be added. Okay, okay, so now let's see from the internal table. Now we will use the value operator to fetch entry. Like suppose I want to read a particular row from the table, so how we can do that. So now I want to fetch the record from itab 2 with the name Cheryl. So let's see, so we will write here data inline declaration. Let's write some lwa, okay, equal to value hashtag, then we have to give this bracket. Inside that bracket we have to give the table name and the name of the field condition here, name equal to Cheryl. Okay, so now from itab 2 the row with the name Cheryl will be fetched to, and now because a particular row will be a work area only, so our LWA is work area. So this is how hashtag is determined. Because we are fetching a row, so the compiler knows that is LWA is a work area. Okay, so this is the syntax to fetch a particular row. Now if I want only the role, okay, I don't want the full record, I just want the role. So what we can do here is we will write dash role. Okay, now this time because we are saying from this record a particular field. Okay, so now this time the LWA is not work area, it is a variable whose type is same as that of role. Okay, so let's see that what is the LWA this time. So let me activate. So you can see here only manager is coming, the whole record is not coming. So this is how we can fetch either the full work area we can fetch, or we can fetch a particular field. So this is very useful, like in a single line from the table a particular field is of a particular record is fetched, and you will see this multiple times in your project. Okay, okay, now another thing. So and one thing is that our this variable the type of the variable is same as we are giving here. Like if we wanted the full record, then LWA was work area, and if we specified here some field name also, then our LWA is a variable with the type role. Okay, whatever would be the type of role, the same. This time it is not a full work area. So this is how our hashtag is determined. We don't need to provide it explicitly here. The compiler is intelligently understanding this. Okay, okay, now another one very important thing is that, like suppose I want the full work area, full record only. Okay, so we know that the shared is there. Suppose I give, we know our iTab 2 has these entries MK, Sam, Mary, Katy, Lara, Cheryl. Suppose I give here some different name, like some. Okay, so now let's see what will happen. We are trying to fetch a record from iTab 2 where name is this, and this particular record does not exist. Okay, so let's see what happens in this case. Let me press execute. And you can see a runtime error dump came, which is itab line not found cx. So many times in your project you will find incident raised that a runtime error is coming like this, cxi itab line not found. Okay, so this debugging and dump analysis is in my another playlist, but if you okay, so if you want detail, then there it is. But here what we have to do is, if the row is not there, okay, if the particular row is not there in the table, then we have to specify here another keyword that is optional. Okay, now activate, and now this time dump won't come because I have instructed the compiler that if the entry is not present, then don't throw the dump, just let it be blank because I mentioned optional. So this is how we can avoid that dump. So let's execute. So you can see this is returning blank and our dump is not coming. So this optional is very necessary because many times the entry won't be present there. Uh, and many new, I mean the new programmer, they do this mistake of leaving this keyword, and which causes runtime error, and then the incident gets raised. Okay, and optional is there which will return the blank work area or variable, whatever it be. And there is another thing also, default. Like if we want, we can specify that if that particular record or particular field is not present, then just provide this default value. Okay, so suppose I am this time in LWA, I'm not fetching the full record, I'm just fetching the role. So in the default I will give some default like an a. Okay, not applicable. So here I've used the keyword default, which is instructing the compiler that if the judo entry is not present, then the default value which will be assigned to our LW is NA. So this is in quotes because you're hard coding. So this is how we can use the default keyword. And if we don't keep this, then it will throw the runtime error, itab line not found. So let's execute and see this. So you can see the now the default value n is coming. So this is how we can fetch a particular entry from the internal table or a particular rows field also in a single line. And we already saw that the LWA, the type of LWA is determined as per we have written here. Like if we are fetching the full record, like we didn't give this dash role, then our LWA is like full record, that is a work area, and we are giving here like the field name also. Then our LW is now a variable containing only role. Okay, and default optional, we saw everything default, the default whatever will be default value that will be assigned in case the entry not found, and optional will return blank. And if we won't keep these two, then if the entry is not found, then it will simply throw a dump. Now let's see another example of value where we are doing the nested. We are using like one value inside value. For this I've used a nested structure. Like see, first I've declared ty underscore addr, which has the fields house number, street, city. Okay, this is my one structure with these fields: house number, street, city, zip code. Then I have defined another structure ty underscore customer, which has the fields name, address, Okay, now address is of type ty underscore addr. Like we are defining here one structure, and one of the field is of type structure. Okay, so this is called nesting, like structure within structure. Okay, and date of birth is of type system date. Okay, so our ty underscore customer is a nested structure. Like it has fields, which itself is a it has the field address, which itself is a structure. Okay, so now I want to populate this structure using the value operator. So how we will do that? So I will write I will give this declaration data and name of the structure. Okay, then value. Here the type is specified. What is the type? It is of type ty underscore customer. So John Mayer is of type ty underscore customer. That is, it is also a nested structure. Okay, so name here I have given as usual. Address, now because the address is itself a structure, like the address is of type ty_addr, which itself contains these four fields. So again, with using the value operator, I am populating these four fields. So like this is like nesting. Okay, the same thing within the same thing. Okay, so how we can populate a structure? Name of the structure, and because it is already defined, addresses of type ty_addr, so just use hashtag address equal to value hashtag, and here all the values. Okay, and then the third field is date of birth. Okay, so this is just simple nesting, and like this we can uh, mm, do the nesting. So let's see in the debugging mode how this is getting populated. So let me first activate it, and the debugging session is in different playlist, so please do visit it, because debugging is very important. Most of the projects you will be involved with debugging. So let's double click here on the John Mayer. Okay, so here now we can see John Mayer is a structure with the component name, address, date of birth. And address, when we double click, itself is a structure with these four. Okay, so this is how nesting of structure is there, and we can populate the values using the value operator. Like we did the same thing inside. Now suppose if the house number is, or if we declare the house number also as some structure, then again we can write here house number equal to value hashtag, and then all those things. Okay, so the more practice you will do, more you will be familiar with the new syntax. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.